Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Happy 2024. Just want to start off by saying a massive thank you to anybody who's supported anything I've ever done on this channel. As of yesterday afternoon, we hit our fully monetized YouTube status, which of course is the 1,000 subs which we got last month, and the 4,000 watch hours we kicked over yesterday afternoon. So that just blows me away that even one person bothers to watch any of the rubbish that I make, let alone the amount of people that we have had watch. So thank you very much. Don't expect to make any money off this channel, not even 1 cent. I don't do it for that. You make content because you like doing it and it's fun, and if anybody else likes to watch it, then that's great. So what have we got here? We've got official cars and official track from Studio 397, Long Beach Grand Prix Circuit and GT3 cars. And let's start off by saying how good does rFactor look? Anybody who says it looks like rubbish is kidding themselves. Yes, it can look like rubbish if you use the wrong content, but when you stick to official content, both cars and tracks, it looks great. Look at the lighting, the track's superb, it's laser scan, the GT3 cars look brilliant, great reflections from the cars, crowd looks great, everything looks brilliant, so yeah, it can look really good. So we're obviously here, as you saw from the video, talking about the rFactor 2 penalty system, which I believe is probably the best one out there. It's the most intuitive, it's very fair. Yes, it has its quirks, you know, where you might get a penalty for something wasn't quite your fault, but overall it works really well. What I like about it is it's very self-regulating, so we'll try and demonstrate during the video. You can cop the penalty, or you can try and regulate yourself and make the penalty go away. That's a very intuitive system because it takes into account many factors. It's not just a simple black and white track cut. Did you gain time? Obviously while you're off the track. What was the ratio of time that you gained back? How long were you on the throttle for while you're off track? The speed that you went through initially, the speed that you rejoined at. So it's multifaceted, unlike games like AMS2 for example, which is just very black and white. You go off track, it's a simple cut. So we're going to try and have a bit of a race here with the AI. I will drive a little bit poorly to do those track cuts, but we'll have a race and we'll see how we go as the AI have a bit of a bump and grind there through the hairpin. Alright, so we're in our race now. We've got it set to just default track cuts. You can set that prior to the race, default, strict or relaxed. We've got 3 points in total to play with. We'll demonstrate how that works as we go on during the race here. So we're just going to make our way through the carnage of the first couple of corners first. Oh, got a bit of a bump in the back there. Try and sneak our way here through the fountain. Yeah, just trying to stick to the inside here, so I'm trying to demonstrate there's a corner coming up where we can cut the track quite aggressively. So this next right-hander can do something really stupid. We're just going to go inside there. There we go. So that went straight to red. Illegal position, give it back. We sometimes get at least a 1 point penalty for that. Because it was such an aggressive cut, it went give that place straight back. As I say, I like it. It's self-regulating. So we're going to try and get a points docking here in a minute. Not sure if this corner does it. Nope. I know the next one here at the end of the straight will. So we'll get into the straight here. We'll cut it and try and get some sort of penalty. Go inside there, straight to orange. That's a 1/4 of a point because I rolled out of it just slightly. If I kept my boot into it, it would have been at least a 1/2 a point, if not a full point. I said not black and white, very very fluid. I think ACC is very similar to AMS, where it's just very black and white. ACC, I think from memory, is just a time gained sort of thing. There's no room for sort of redressing yourself. I'm also not a huge fan of the, I think Race Room and iRacing have that similar system where you have to give back, for example, 0.2 seconds, in the next 30. I find myself looking at that part of the screen instead of the actual, the racetrack. There we go. So that will be, there's 1 point, so a waste of 1.25. So I'm not a huge fan of the of that Race Room version. I tend to look at the screen way too much, waiting for that time to go down. Now, no, yes, you can cost yourself time doing this way as well, but at least your eyes are focused on that racetrack. The other thing too is if you're happy, if it's a short race and you get a 1 point out of your 3 penalty, and you're happy to just keep barreling on, you just keep going on. You don't have to redress it. It's just that if you want to, if it's a longer race, for example, and you cut this corner here, you go, oh geez, and you roll out of it. There we go, back to green. Haven't cost myself any time, but you can, if you want to. I said in the short race, you can just, if you're confident you're not going to cut the track again, you can just keep barreling on. I like that it's visual, it's in front of you, it's color coded, you know it's green is good, white, yellow, orange, then red. I think it works really well, very intuitive. And you sort of learn to just redress everything yourself. This car sounds fantastic too. Big Corvette. So yeah, so thanks guys, that's a little bit of a demonstration there of the penalty system here in rFactor. Try and cut this one again. That was a small cut, that should be probably a quarter, and that was a full point, so there we go. Because I went into it probably at full speed, didn't get off the brakes, so we're now up to 2.25 out of our 3. So if this was a long race, like a 45-minute or 1 hour race, and you've already in those first few laps wasted all those points, then you've got to be super careful for the rest of it, or risk getting that drive-through penalty. So for me, that's just the most intuitive system. It's the least distracting when you're driving. Let's roll out of that there. Saved ourselves that time. Yes, that's the least distracting. And it does take into account so many factors. So I do like that it's not black and white, like I said. It keeps everything pretty fair, I think. There we go. So that's race over. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope that explained it fairly clearly. And yeah, take care. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.